You're watching Trenny and C because it's Thursday night.
6 o'clock?
9 o'clock?
Whatever.
Trenny and C o'clock.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway.
Let's do this thing. So, today we have a little thing we like to call
Evan Williams
bourbons.
Yeah,
It's called bourbon.
But it's Evan Williams Single Barrel.
Which makes it a little bit more special because it's single barrel. Pretty rad.
Give it a little zoom action there.
Cool.
High-tech zoom action.
Cool.
Alright, so do you want to pour or do you want to talk?
I'll pour, you talk.
Okay. So, Evan Williams Single Barrel. Just a little bit of history about Evan Williams. Evan Williams was a Kentucky settler. It says right on the bottle here that he started distilling in 1783. And that Evan Williams was possibly the first Kentucky distillery. And they claim that. Evan Williams claims that. However, that's also been disproven over time.
Yeah.
Like many bourbon legends.
Everyone wants to be the first.
Yeah. As far as this Evan Williams, it really doesn't have anything to do with the Evan Williams.
So it's not made by Evan Williams himself?
No.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually made by Heaven Hill, which Heaven Hill, if you know, they probably make like 20% of the bourbon that's out there.
Yeah, if not more. They put out a ton of products.
Tons of it. So anyway, it's really just Evan Williams in name. It's not like this has been a continued distillery distilling since 1783.
Yeah, it's not the old recipe that Mr. Evan Williams...
no.
Yeah.
It's Heaven Hill's recipe.
Yeah.
And one other thing about Evan Williams is finally, it is the second best-selling bourbon behind only...
Jim Beam.
Jimmy Beeman.
Cool. So you guys, that's a little bit of info on this one. We are going to cut to our little song, diddly.
Song and dance.
So we'll see you in a second.
Check out the OMC.
Trenny and C, drinking whiskey, describing all the flavors for you and me. Irish, Scotch, bourbon, and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Okay.
So, we're going to do a new thing called segments. For Trenny and C, we specifically have a new segment called Viewer Comments. So, this is a segment where we're going to read some of your comments, and then we're going to make some kind of asinine remark about them.
And here's another little jingle.
Viewer comments, viewer comments, viewer comments, viewer comments, yeah!
Okay, viewer comments.
Here we go. What are our viewer comments here, see?
Comment number 1. In reference to our video, Whiskey Review Glenlivet 12 versus Glenfiddich 12, Triple Cap writes to us, officially funny.
Cool, finally.
Actually, that was a video where we were trying to be serious.
Yeah.
But,
So, say something funny.
next comment. Okay. Alright, comment number 2. In reference to Oak Barrel Age Your Own Whiskey Part 2.
Ah, the good old days.
Part Dux.
Yeah.
Adele Palafox writes to us.
Huge fan.
Forward to 4 minutes to get to the point.
Don't. You might have to skip to like 5 or 6 minutes on this one, but just don't.
Never skip anything. You will miss some of our witty banter.
Our whiskey witty banter, whatever.
Just don't do it. Our shitty banter. Next comment. Viewer comment number 3 in reference to unboxing Glendronach Peated.
Ooh, this is a recent one.
T-Han writes, the whiskey tree is like a young De Niro. He should get more airtime. Perfect. It's the Whiskey Tree show.
Here we go.
Go for it.
What do you have to say for yourself, Whiskey Tree?
All right.
Perfect.
I think we've seen just about the right amount of Whiskey Tree.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh. All right.
Oh.
That has been viewer comments. If you want to see your viewer comment on a Trenny and C episode, then leave something witty. I don't know.
Get entertaining with us.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Leave a comment.
So entertaining for us.
Evan Williams Single Barrel.
Okay, so what we do is color, nose, taste, finish, and viscosity. We're going to go over, I mean, this is a whiskey review show, so you probably want to hear a little bit about what's in this bottle. We will get to that right now.
So,
color.
I'm calling this a deep, dark brown with a cedar tint to it.
Cedar tint.
A little bit of redness. There's a
red cedar.
Orangey red cedar.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's enough. That's all we need.
Okay. Nose. Start smelling it.
Aha. So,
What do you got?
for me, this guy does have that kind of Coca-Cola, almost, or more Dr. Pepper sort of the spices to it there.
57 flavors or something?
57 flavors, whatever it is.
Dr. Pepper?
But it also has the classic kind of bourbon smells to it. And it's classic Evan Williams smell where there's that candied walnut in there.
Okay.
Little bit of the nutmeg.
I also think it has just classic Evan Williams all over it there with the walnut for sure. Oak though?
It does have that sugary oak. Little butterscotch.
It's a bit dense and musty. I actually got a bit of a scotchy note from an earthiness to it. At one point, I spent about 2 hours nosing this. Not like straight like unbroken
Comparing
time,
it to other things too.
I kept going back to it, and at one point I got a bit of a grassy mustiness to it.
Cool. I got a weird note with this one, and it might have just been, I don't know why. It's not like I was eating candied salmon, but I got a candied salmon nose to it.
Okay.
And I think it's more that it's got a little bit of the maple brown sugar nose to it.
Right.
So that could be it.
Perfect.
Anyways, let's taste this stuff. So this one is bottled at 43.3% alcohol. So for a single barrel, that's not actually a very high percentage. And actually for a bourbon, that's not a very high percentage. A lot of the time they're like at 45% and up. And you typically see these bourbons at a higher strength when it is a single barrel.
One thing I do like about this bottle, though, it's aged 9 years. It is a little bit higher than the minimum, 43.33.
It has an age statement.
It's got an age statement. There's lots of information on it. You've got the bottle or the barrel number that it came from. You've got the date that it was put in oak and then the date that it came out. So they give you a little bit of information, which is always nice.
Yeah.
This is a roughly $30 bottle in the US, about $65 in Canada.
Everything's more expensive by a lot in Canada. Double the price. It's
Bourbon's kind of pricey here.
Same with Scotch.
The other thing that we should mention just a little bit about single barrel. So single barrel means that they've taken the contents of this bottle came from one barrel, which is different than usual. Usually they will pull a whole bunch of barrels down, dump them in together, mix it together to get a bit of a... that's how you get your signature consistent
it's like your house
flavor.
Style a lot of the time.
Is by mixing a whole bunch of barrels, because one could be up here in the rack, and then one could be down here.
Could be aged a little bit longer.
A little hotter.
Yeah.
So
some might have a higher rye content than others, that kind of thing.
So this just makes it so that each barrel could have a slightly different flavor to it.
Yeah, a little bit of a different flavor profile. And this one was actually bottled or put in oak in 2006. So I know they have a line where there's like a 2005 and 2004 and 2007.
Yeah, I think there's 02, 04, and I think they maybe do it every 2 years.
Yeah.
But we should get to
taste it again. Okay, so taste it again. I get...
straight into that signature Evan Williams flavor.
Very much so. It's got that walnut flavor. It's got a bit of a toffee kind of creamy vanilla to it.
It's buttery. It's oaky. It's got a corn sweetness going on there.
I get a little bit of like that, I don't know what you would call it when you make like a hot kind of orange drink with cloves and coriander and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an orange pico tea, a little bit to it. That's actually more on the finish, I find, the dryness of like a tea kind of thing.
The last tasting note that I have is that little almond extract kind of thing going on there too. Yeah. Which sometimes almond has a weird faux cherryish kind of thing that it kind of morphs into. It's almost like an almond aftertaste. I don't know.
Nice.
No.
Yeah.
Finish.
I do add water to this one. Not because the strength is high, but it's sometimes those single barrels, it just needs a chance to open up even a little bit more because there hasn't been any messing around with the house style. It's just the way it is. The distiller or the master taster or whoever will taste it and be like, oh, this is a perfect barrel to bottle. But sometimes a little bit of water, like 3 or 4 drops, gives this guy some extra read all about it kind of flavor. So
Okay.
anyway,
I don't know what
so
the hell that meant. But
when I do add the water to this one, it brightens it up in the sense of a little bit of a citrus note, and that creaminess turns into like a bit of meringue, I find.
Oh,
Yeah.
good call. For finish, I put nutty. You're like describing creamy meringue, and I got nutty.
Yeah, nutty.
Idiot.
I do find that it's a little spicy on the finish.
That's a bit of an oak spice on the finish,
Yeah.
I think.
And I also get a little bit of a sweet, like those cherry Vicks, like the triangle Vicks that are red.
Specifically the triangular ones.
The triangle ones. I don't mean like Vicks Vapor Rub, but like those, essentially they're candies.
It's like the throat thing.
Yeah, throat lozenges, but they're basically candy. Anyway.
Viscosity. Got any notes on that?
So this one, it's a little bit syrupy. It does stick to the palate a little bit longer. So, and I should be honest, I was comparing this to another bourbon side by side, and this one sticks a little bit longer than the one I was trying.
Yeah.
So it's not that it's really long, the finish, that is. I guess we're talking finish here. But, it cuts off sort of midway.
And I put mild heat. Like there's a little bit of a coating and a little bit of a warming that happens from this one, but it's not extensive and it doesn't linger too long. It's just kind of a medium.
It's December right now, and I feel like this is a winter warmer with that spice on the finish.
Yeah, spicy little heat. Let's talk digits.
Sure. Okay, I gave it a 25.08. You gave it a 27.66, which grand total is 26.37. Very reasonable score. Single barrel, you get a little bit more with this one. It gives you the age statement. A little higher percentage alcohol.
It's a decent bottle.
All around. Especially in the United
bottle.
States, if you're going to, go for something a little bit different. Especially considering Evan Williams. A lot of people consider this like the bottom shelf, along with like Jim Beam and stuff like that. But
not the single barrel.
not the single barrel.
Black
but
label. You're talking about black label.
Yeah, but so this one is a little bit more, and it has a different flavor profile.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It's nicer. For
But
sure.
Evan Williams puts out some cool stuff. They've got bottled in bond. They've got single barrels. They've got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
so
for sure. So
they should be known for more than just bottom shelf.
yeah, and so don't let the bottom shelf one taint you if you have tried it and you're not.
I even like their bottom shelf.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Okay. Let's put this up on the scoreboard.
All right, let's do it. Okay, here we are.
We're back.
We're back. We got the Evan Williams single barrel 26.37. That is right above the Ben Romick cask strength, which is very surprising. Okay,
And
take that end. I'll take this end.
why are you surprised by that?
I'll go.
Why are you surprised by that?
I'm just surprised because cask strength Scotch, especially Ben Romick, that looks crappy, but whatever. It's surprising that Russell's Reserve and Evan Williams are above it.
But maybe Ben Romick just wasn't that good of a cask strength Scotch.
Could have been a better one.
Anyway, so again, if you want to see a viewer comment come up in one of our videos later, you better leave some comments. You can also buy some of our shitty t-shirts. You can check out our website.
Yep.
You can go to the OMC. By the way, did you see the Babes of the Week this week?
Oh, nice, yeah.
Hello. Anyway, I think you've had enough of us. So.
Okay, so cheers. Boom.